I'm Dirk Burrowes of Classic Drive Television. We're here at the 2019 Amelia Concourse d'Elegance. It's Sunday, it's the main day. I'm here with Nick Grewal in the only Lorraine Dietrich here on the show field, and perhaps the only Lorraine Dietrich race car in the world. Nick, why this car, and how did you come about it?
Well, hello, Dirk.
Good to see you, man.
Long time since yesterday.
That's right. Yeah.
But anyway, it is 1925 Lorraine Dietrich. I got it about 3 years ago or so from a good friend of mine, a guy named Rudolf Ernst from Hamburg. And we've raced together in Europe. He's a great guy. And he had this car. It was initially, before Rudolf got it, it was refurbished in France. He ended up with it, had tremendous trouble with the engine. He took the car to Le Mans, and then he took it to Mille, and he really tried. Really great guy, you know. But the problem was the engine never really held together. And finally, he ended up, you know, thinking that maybe he needs to get out. And the engine was actually with another guy that we know in England, a guy named Tim Bishop, and he ended up doing the engine. It took him 3 years to do this engine, actually. 3 years? Yeah. So once it was done, I said, you know what? I want to go and do all these. That's why I buy these cars to use, right?
Right. You gotta drive them.
So I basically, you know, we had all kinds of issues and troubles and stuff, and then finally, Tim and another race shop actually redid the clutch and the transmission and the engine, you know, and Tim had done the engine, so they worked together on this. It was quite a project. And then we took it to Le Mans, and everybody said, we don't think it's going to finish. And sure enough, the car ran flawlessly, except one small incident.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, you came with me yesterday on the ride. We were driving around Amelia Island here, and funny enough, you know, it ran really well, right?
Well, I don't know if it's funny enough. I think, you know, once the car was set up right, and the problem is there probably just aren't enough of them for people to have, you know, a reference for how it should be. You know,
That's
a Bentley, you know, everybody knows how to build a Bentley.
That's right.
But, you know, a Lorraine?
Yeah.
So we were talking, you know, yesterday when we were driving, you know, she just wanted to go. It's a 4-liter, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, 3.9 liter, 4-liter car.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that. But, you know, it's got ton of torque, low-end torque.
Yeah, I think we pulled away at 5 miles an hour in third gear or something.
Yeah, top gear, which is third gear is the top gear.
Yeah.
And she would do that, you know, and it's really pretty amazing. You know, but the shifting down from top gear to the second gear is kind of really long. So downshifting can be a bit of an issue, and I did have interesting times at the race at Le Mans.
Yeah.
But really, she finished last year, and then I met up with this fella, Chris Brewer from Amelia. He said, you know, you got to bring this car. And you know, this is the first time I shown a car here in Amelia, let alone a race car.
Really?
Yeah.
Your first time here with a car?
With the car, yeah. I've been here many years, but not with the car. You know? So anyway, here we are.
Well, you know, in my opinion, it's one of the best. And looking at the other cars to my right, beautiful cars. There's still the pair of them are still a lower output than this single car, isn't it?
Right. You're talking about the race cars.
Yeah.
You're actually too kind.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're fabulous cars.
They are
here.
fabulous. But
There's really a lot of interesting stuff. And my God, you know, I mean, when you come down here, you feel like a peon, really.
Well, what's amazing is you walk down the row, and it's one car after another you're in awe over.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, you go to the normal shows and you know, maybe you see one car, and that's the car that's the best to show. Right? Here, every car could be the best to show at any other concourse.
Yeah.
But to come here with a legitimate race car, and this is legitimate, because it was raced 24-hour Le Mans, and it was raced in its early years. So its heritage is racing and driving. And I think you do that with pretty much all your cars. You drive them.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I always think of when I buy a car, I always think, what is the purpose of this car? What am I going to use it for? I think all the cars, you know, there are a lot of cars. Even the ugliest cars can have lines that are kind of, you know, it's a taste thing. But there are a lot of great cars that have beautiful lines.
There are.
But at the end of the day, you know, I love the art part of it. But at the end of the day, the history and also using the car the way they were supposed to be is really important.
Well, I mean, that really is part of the experience, really.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
you know, the closest thing you'll come to a time machine is driving in an old car.
Right.
Right? You want to go back in time, drive it the way it was driven.
And it's an escape because they were meant to go other places from where you are. So it is an escape, you know. So it's yeah. So you know, I guess we the car guys certainly understand that fully.
They do.
And,
I think it's in their DNA.
I guess I have the disease pretty good.
Yep, you incurable, I think.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Nick, thanks for taking the time with us and sharing the Lorraine with us. It's a beautiful car. We hope she does well.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
I'm Dirk Burrowes of Classic Drive Television. We got a lot more coming. We'll be back.